Hi there, this is Adam Jones. Today I'm at Hudson Kapel in Bedford and I've stolen Craig out of the office. Craig is in charge of the retail returns and salvage auction side of the business here at Hudson Kapel. How are you, Craig?
I'm all right, thank you.
Good to get you out of the office. Could you tell us a little bit more about exactly what you do, obviously at Hudson Kapel, and then a little bit more about these cars behind us?
Yes, so we run various vehicles through our auctions. You know, we have all different types, cats A all the way up to S, and then we have no cat vehicles like these retail returns behind us.
Yep.
We do a lot of work in the office in terms of getting the vehicles ready with HPI checks or the stuff that people need to do up front.
Yep.
Yeah, and we just basically run through it on a Friday at 4 p.m. That's when it starts. It then finishes on Wednesday at 1 p.m. So we obviously, you get a good few days to do your bids and everything that you need to do up front.
Cool.
And then we go from there.
Brilliant. And it's a closed bid auction, which is obviously a little bit different to the way that we run our commercial vehicle auctions here at Hudson Kapel. So just talk me through the closed bid and exactly how that works.
Yeah, so what we sort of try and say to the buyers is you look at what the vehicle is based on its category, based on what damage is on the vehicle. We'll try and take as many images as we can of what happens with the vehicle up to the stage of being put. What they look for is any replacement parts, bumpers, all that sort of stuff, and obviously they are cost adjusted to how they want to deal with it.
Yep.
They will then look at how much the vehicle is actually selling for on the market, so they'll make their adjustments based on that and then put in a bid. Once the bid's then accepted by our vendors, they obviously then make payment and they arrange collection of the vehicle.
Fantastic. So it's super simple. Like I said, very different to the way that we run our commercial vehicle auctions. The vehicles that are behind us are obviously not salvage vehicles. No. You call them retail returns.
Yeah, they're retail return vehicles.
Talk to me about these vehicles.
So as you can see, we've got various models. We've got Mazdas, Mercedes. The Mercedes here, they sell quite well. We've got Range Rover Evokes.
Yep.
We've even got the vans as well. So we do a mixture of cars and vans, obviously.
Okay, cool.
They tend to be rejected from vendors just for various reasons. It might be stock, it might be it's got a few previous, but obviously that's all taken into account when the buyers make their bids.
Yeah.
But they are usually higher end spec, so they attract a bit more money for the customers. So.
Absolutely, and make it a really interesting auction as well. So it's well worth checking out the retail returns and salvage side of the HK auctions. How do people sign up to be involved?
So if they go to the hkr.co.uk website, there's a little bit at the top right that says get started. So what they'll do is they'll go onto that, put in their VAT details. Obviously we have to have UK VAT registered companies.
Yep.
We do thorough checks on them, make sure that they work in the motor trade. That's the best thing, because that's what we want. Professional buyers, we want people who know what they're doing, know how to cost it all up, and then they'll follow that and they'll come through to myself or Julie. We will then do a VAT check, make sure everything adds up.
Yep.
Once that's done, we get them online with and they can start bidding straight away as soon as they're accepted.
Fantastic. Well, you've heard it from Craig. If you haven't already signed up and you're interested in being involved in one of these closed bid auctions for retail returns and salvage vehicles, you need to get yourself onto the website, sign up, and no doubt at some point in the future you will speak to Craig. Thank you very much for talking us through it.
Thank you very much.
We'll speak to you soon. Cheers, guys.